So welcome back everyone. Today we're taking a look at the new Voice Remote Pro from Amazon. Now this is called the Alexa Voice Remote Pro, and this has a lot of upgrades that we don't see on our normal Amazon remote. So of course the first big feature is going to be the addition of a remote finder feature. But this is a paging system that if you lose your remote, you can ask your Amazon smart devices to find your remote. The remote will then beep, then you should be able to locate it pretty easily. In addition to that, we also have backlight buttons, dedicated headphone button, as well as 2 customizable buttons that you can set to your favorite applications. So this video, we're going to quickly unbox it, go over the feature, and we're going to get into the price. Definitely want to hear your thoughts on this one. Is this remote worth the price? Normal box, we have some cardboard on the inside. In the bottom of the cardboard, we do have 2 AAA batteries. Amazon's been pretty good about just making sure you have batteries with their devices. We also have some booklets, and we also have a quick start guide that's going to go over the features of this new remote. All right, so the remote itself, piece of paper letting you know how to open it, how to insert the battery. And for some reason I expect this remote to be a lot bigger than it is, but it's about the size of a normal remote, maybe a little bit taller, and we'll compare them here in a little bit. Up top you have the power button, you also have the dedicated headphone button, you have the normal navigation buttons, home button. At the bottom you can see we have preset 1, preset 2, and on the back of course we have our battery compartment. So let's go ahead and put those batteries in. Just a quick side-by-side between the new remote and a standard Fire TV stick remote. You can see it's a little bit taller, not by much, guys. Most of the buttons are going to be the same. Like I said, the addition of the 2 presets make the difference. And also the side comparison, you can see the new remote's a little bit flatter on the side, a little bit easier to hold in. And also here's what it looks like next to the new Fire TV 3rd generation remote. You can see the Fire TV 3rd gen is a lot taller. However, it does not include as many features as the new Voice Remote Pro. As far as adding this to the TV, all you need to do is go to remote and settings in your device. In this case, I am using Fire TV 3rd generation. Once you get to the Bluetooth setting to add your accessory, you want to go ahead and hold down the home button on the new remote. So hold it down, you will see a blink, and that's when you know it's in pairing mode. Now once it gets in the pairing mode, you should see it on the new device, and then you should be able to go ahead and connect it. Once I connected, I noticed that there was a firmware update for the remote. Amazon Fire TV Cube detected that right away, and it did perform the update. Then I was able to go in and start using the remote normally. Now, as I mentioned, there is a dedicated headphone button in the top right. All that does, guys, it brings up a short menu of Bluetooth options. That way you can quickly pair either a Bluetooth device, headphones, or other accessories to your Fire TV. Nice to have the button, but it's something that I'm not sure if I would put a dedicated button for. I probably could find another use for that button. So the backlight itself, I think, is one of the great additions. How this works is the remote does have a light sensor built in. So once the room that the remote is in is dark and the remote detects that you're moving the remote around, the lights will come on the remote, and I think this was done really well. Now I love how the Find My Remote feature works. All you need to do is ask your smart device, your Amazon Echo Dots, to find the remote, and it will go ahead and start beeping. So all I need to say is, Alexa, find remote. And it will start beeping until you press a button on the remote. So tried it a couple times and it hasn't failed. So I think this is a solid feature that's built in. Now, one thing I mentioned is that I would love to see the lights also flash, and maybe that will give you some visual aid as well. So maybe that's something they can add in a future firmware update. And the other feature that I tested was the 2 presets buttons. So you can see on the remote there are presets 1, preset 2, and to access those, all you need to do is press and hold either one that you want to program. So for me, I went ahead and pressed it. I did a long press. You see the menu pops up, and then it asks you if you want to go ahead and set it up. So I went to select, and then I do have the option to select either my recent applications, or I can select whatever app I need. For the first preset, I selected this to open my YouTube application, and for the second preset, done the same way, guys. Press and hold number 2. I went ahead and programmed that to my Plex. So you can see once everything's programmed, all you need to do is press the button once and the application that you program it to will open on your screen. So these features were amazing in my opinion. I love the new updates, and overall I think this remote is a solid accessory. Now over to the price. Now the price of this is $35. Should I spend $35 on this remote? And if you're someone who lost the remote, that money isn't really an option, I would say it's worth it. However, if you take into consideration that this remote costs as much as a Fire TV 4K or even a 4K Max when they go on sale, then is it worth it just getting this remote when you can get an entire streaming device with a remote for around the same price? So drop your thoughts in the comments. If you're interested in this remote, I will go ahead and link it in the description. If you have any additional questions, drop it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.